I am a samurai. Please be voice, please be voice. Usually music means voiced.
Minfilia, am I right?
None other. I bid you welcome to Revenant's Toll, and thank you for traveling so far on such short notice.
As if I could ever say no to Urianger.
Moonbreeder is an accomplished Sharlayan scholar and an authority on aetherite technologies. She has played an invaluable role in our search for a means to capture Ascian souls.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Let's return to the residence. So once then, we have much to discuss. I am a samurai. Tattoo.
Moon! Gods, it's been ages!
Oh, longer, sister.
A joyous reunion indeed.
Well, of course it is. Moon and I are like twin sisters.
Save in appearance and aptitude.
Everyone, if I could have your attention. We have with us an esteemed guest who has come from Sharlayan to assist us. I bid Moonbreeder join us here that she might share with us her extensive knowledge of aetherites. Also, as many of you are already aware, she has been overseeing our research into white auracite, a sample of which she has been good enough to bring with her.
Well, I had to come, didn't I? You'd have to be bloody daft to turn your nose up at a chance like this. Where better to conduct my final tests than a land so steeped in ether you can taste it?
'Tis plain the passage of the years hath done little to dampen thy youthful spirits, and nothing at all to reform thy youthful manner.
Urianger, where in the hells have you been hiding?
Unhand me.
I come all this way, and that's what you have to say to me. I much preferred when you were pleading with me to drop everything and hurry to your side. What was it you said? None save thee can satisfy this need.
Oh my.
Go on. Thine artless attempts to misrepresent mine all too innocent motives do thee little credit. Mine intent, as well thou knowest, was but to impress upon thee the gravity of the circumstance. Lest thou doubt, a deiform entity shall shortly be summoned, save if thou and no other grantest my compeers thine aid.
You still haven't found it, then? Your missing aetherite?
We have not. No. We know that Iceheart teleported to an aetherite not far from the first. Yet even after careful analysis, we could not locate the second beacon. We now suspect that the heretics destroyed the second aetherite to impede our pursuit. Our allies continue to scour Snowcloak for Iceheart's sanctuary, but we have no guarantee that they will find it. Yet it must be found, for even now Iceheart prepares to call upon Saint Shiva.
I'm sorry, but if the aetherite's been destroyed, then that's that. Although, you're absolutely sure she used the first aetherite, are you? She didn't just use teleportation magics?
One of our own bore witness to her escape. I can say with absolute certainty that Iceheart used the aetherite.
In that case, there might be a way, so long as the ethereal current is still flowing.
Truly.
We use the current to recreate the beacon. As you know, aetherites are a bit like lighthouses. We use them to reconstitute our physical forms when crossing the ethereal sea. Without them, we'd lose all sense of direction and our essence would dissipate. However, we don't rely solely on these beacons. There are currents of ether which flow between them, currents which help guide us to our destination. Now, these currents will gradually dwindle away to nothing if an aetherite is destroyed. But if even a sluggish flow remains, we could theoretically use it to direct a surge of concentrated ether towards the void left by the beacon, and thereby fill it up again.
Like opening the floodgates to fill a dry riverbed. Though, correct me if I'm wrong, but would we not need a veritable reservoir of ether?
In concert, we might manage to channel a sufficient volume, yet that is not my chief concern. To direct the flow of so great a volume of ether with the requisite precision would be a nigh impossible task in itself.
I barely succeeded in facilitating travel to an unattuned beacon. That which you describe sounds considerably more difficult.
And dangerous. Every person who has attempted to teleport in this fashion has died in the process. They, however, do not have white aura sight at their disposal. I can use it to channel all the ether you can give me into the aetherite. However, white aura sight cannot retain ether for an extended period of time, so we would need to infuse it immediately beforehand. Just so you know, I'd confidently give this plan better than even odds of success. And if the worst comes to worst, your people won't suffer.
Though it risked the lives of our best and brightest, we have not the time to seek other options. If the ethereal current still flows, we shall carry out Moonbreeder's plan.
That's the spirit. Let's roll the dice.
I like how my characters. Yeah, no, this is fine. If I die, I die. Me too, dude. Me too. I've already informed Alphanot of our plan to create the beacon in the manner Moonbreed had described. He agreed that despite the inherent danger, it represents the only hope of success. He also said that he wished to meet you at Snowcloak before proceeding. I expect you will find him waiting for you there when you arrive. I want you to know that I appreciate everything you've done on our behalf, Obro, and I have faith you will return to us as you always have. So far, Moonbreeda is the baddest we've run into. Like, if I could marry any character in the game so far, Moonbreeda, just top of the list now. Dun, 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 dun. Can't say I didn't try. Good to see you, bro. I was starting to wonder if you were having second thoughts. Captain Ebert sends his regards, and by the way, he attends to the interrogation of Aline Royale and Oldaz even as we speak. But I shall not distract you from the matter at hand. We can discuss the IV upon your return. I trust you, by which I mean to say, ahem. The others are waiting for us at the 8th right after you, Scion. There, it's ready. How it worked, I think. Try tuning to the 8th right now. Feel free to turn and try to locate the beacon. We have done all we can, Obro. For now, let us withdraw. When your final preparations are complete, you must seek out the beacon we have created. If, by the grace of the 12, you arrive safely, you must stop Isar from before she summons Shiva. We cannot ignore the possibility of our actions have alerted Isar to her plans. Should that be the case, she may attempt to hasten the completion of the summoning ritual, and if she succeeds, she will have no choice but to face Shiva and battle. Knowing little of the saint, I cannot say if her own strength will suffice, and so I would encourage you to call upon your allies. Some may have reservations about wagering their lives on the success of Moonbreeda's experiment, but others will surely agree that desperate times call for desperate measures. Before you assemble your party, pray speak with the knight. I believe he has a message from Sir Emeric. Madam, Sir Emeric regrets that he could not be here in person. He asks that I read you this letter. Ishgard faced an unprecedented threat, yet in our need is not her knights who stand poised to defend her. Oberkarjan is the warrior of light, savior of Eorzea. Your deeds this day shall not be forgotten. Where others would flee, you choose to remain. Where others would falter, you rise to the challenge. Where others would use their gifts to selfish ends, you wield yours in service to a greater cause. May Helone bless you with the good fortune to see you safely home. Oh boy, oh boy. There we go. Oh, you guys have no idea how excited I am for this fight. I'm so excited. I love the Shiva fight. Ugh. And that puts us at 30 total quests to go until we are done with A Realm Reborn. And moving on to Heaven's Word. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't wait to get to Heaven's Word. Oi, 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 sorry, chat. Thanks, Matt. Oh, dude, I can't wait for this fight. The Shiva fight has the best music, in my opinion. Oh my goodness.
You should never have come here, warrior of light. I labor only to forge a lasting peace. A peace you would deny us out of ignorance and blind faith. No matter. If it is our fate to be at odds, then it is mine to strike you down. We whom gods and men have forsaken shall be the instruments of our own deliverance. Partake of my flesh. Fill this vessel with your light. Walk amongst your brothers and sisters once more. Oh, Saint Shiva, still the hatred within our hearts and bless us with eternal grace.
I forgot to unmute! Oh my god, I was saying how excited I am for this fight! Oh my god, the music here goes crazy! Oh my god, I'm the worst streamer in the world! I forgot I was muted. Dude, that snap into the music there goes so hard. Easily my favorite. Like, I know that was cut short, but dude, that is my favorite fight in the game, especially on Extreme. Oh my. Da, 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 da. That goes so stupid. I love it.
Fool. Blind, bloody fool. You, of all people, should understand the suffering war begets. That no sacrifice is too great if it brings an end to the violence. Mine is the righteous cause. You fight in a war you do not understand. A pawn of liars and schemers. And they are no less ignorant than you, following the creed of their fathers without question, never thinking to ask why. Trapped in a delusion of their own creation, and blind to the truth. Warrior of light, redemption is not beyond us. We who walk before may lead those who walk after. Seek the keeper of the lake. See with eyes unclouded. Do not squander Mother's gift. Hear, feel, think.
Interesting.
And so the vessel withdraws, a predictable outcome. Nevertheless, La Habrea will be pleased. How unfortunate.
Talk to you later, Matt. Thanks for hanging out. Catch you in the next one. Good luck. Have fun with your partner's birthday and everything. Hopefully it's a fun event, even though sounds like it's gonna be a busy one. By the 12 you're alive, I mean, of course you're alive. Why wouldn't you be? Iceheart did what? And you're certain about that? Dravanians are skilled with glamours after all. Look, if you say that's what you saw, I believe you. It's just that I've never heard of a primal being summoned like that before. Are you sure you're not injured? Head trauma has never been known to cause hallucinations. You see, no, fair enough. I was only asking. If you ask me, there's not to be gained from mulling over the implications of your story in the freezing cold. Let's save it for the Rising Stone Day. I'll get everyone to meet us there. Yeah, before you do that, before you best pay a visit to Whitbrim Front to speak with Alphanaut. He's probably worried sick about you. Better he's busy playing at politics with the Ishgardians. Either way, I'm sure he'll be delighted to see you hale and healthy. Speak of which, you don't have a headache or anything, do you? No, blurry vision. Oh, no reason. See you again soon. I'm a little sad, chat. I was saying earlier, this will probably be the last day we go hard on Final Fantasy for a bit. Tomorrow Arc Raiders comes out, so we'll be doing Arc Raiders tomorrow, and then we have our Halloween stream, which will primarily be Arc Raiders on Friday. I will be off Saturday and Sundays. I'll be out of town meeting up with a group of friends. We're doing a Halloween thing, so I'll be staying overnight there, and I'll be back Sunday night sometime. And then Monday, we're either going to be playing more Arc Raiders, or we're going to be checking Outer Worlds 2. So sometime next week, we'll be checking out Outer Worlds 2. If we enjoy that, we're going to play through that game. All right, it's roughly 30 to 40 hours, so we should get through it in a week or two tops. So we're going to have a few games outside of Final Fantasy we're going to be playing. So yeah, that's going to look, that's what our schedule is going to be looking like. With that, I'm going to run to the bathroom quick. I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, I am back. There she is, and none the worse for wear. Was there any doubt that the Word of Light would succeed? I think I speak for us all when I say I should like nothing more than to hear the stirring tale of your victory, if you would be so kind. Then we were too late to prevent the summoning. But not too late to prevent farther loss of life, an outcome worthy of celebration, and one for which we have Obro to thank. Guess you're right, of course, Sir Emmerich. We should be content with what we have accomplished. I, for one, could not have wished for a better outcome. Shiva is no longer at the end, and the heretics have been routed. There is the matter of Iceheart's escape, but she cannot run forever. Whether it takes days, weeks, moons, or even years, my knights will find her. In the meantime, Lord Gillamont, is the caravan ready? The supplies that your men covered have been prepared for transport according to your wishes. Rest assured that my knights will see them safely to Revenant's Toll. Of that I have no doubt. I take it they're all the self-same supplies that the heretics stole from the House Fort Temps camp? Less the crystals which comprise the bulk of the shipment, yes, scarcely a fraction of which promised, but a meaningful contribution to your cause all the same. Oh, and an unrelated note, Obro, might I trouble you to accompany me to Camp Dragon at your earliest convenience? So it's not for my benefit. A certain lord was more distressed than he learned of your intent to risk life and limb to stop Iceheart. Took a half dozen knights to restrain him, I am told. Men give vent to the anxieties in myriad ways. Pray do not think less of him. What were you thinking, bro? We're during your very being on a dubious theory which might allow you to enter Iceheart's lair, knowing full well she could have sufficient warning to complete her ritual to summon Shiva anyway, and then engaging the abomination in mortal combat. By the fury, Obero, 'tis the stuff of ballads, the battle for the ages, that would that I had been there to fight by your side. Yet here I am forced away and condemned to wonder at the fate of the dear friend for veritable eternity. I would not wish such torture on my most hated enemy. But you're here now, and that is what truly matters. Let us move on. Sir Emmerich wishes to have words with you and Master Elfanaud in private. He waits us in the Words. Enter the intercessory, guys.
On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, allow me to express my deepest thanks. Never before have we been required to contend with a primal. Indeed, there were fears in some quarters that our knights might not be equal to the task. From what we have now learned of these beings, I can say with certainty that we would have lost a great many men had the Scions not intervened.
Then the argument for preemptive action should be self-evident. Perchance now you will reconsider my proposal that Ishgard move against Natalan.
Ere we first met, a similar proposal was tabled, but the Holy See decreed that we were to observe, and that military action should be taken only in self-defense. All things considered, it was not an unreasonable decision. Since the calamity, 2 vigils have fallen to the Horde, while Garuda has never shown any inclination to storm the gates of judgment. Which is why this unprecedented crisis and its resolution may prompt a change in policy. You who have faced these primals know well the threat they pose. Ishgard did not. Not until now. And there is naught like a brush with death to change a man's outlook.
At the very least, this should silence any lingering objections to our arrangement with Revenant's Toll. The Holy See may even feel moved to grant us its formal endorsement.
So far as it is possible, the Scions shall be compensated for their service.
We should be grateful for any aid you can provide.
As a gesture of good faith, I shall withdraw my previous request. Your people are doubtless needed elsewhere.
That will not be necessary. We too have a vested interest in watching Dravania's movements.
I see. Once more, I must thank you.
Sir Emmerich, if I may, do you truly believe that Midgardsormr could return?
The heavens are a window unto truth, but those who interpret their movements are not infallible. I requested your involvement as a precautionary measure.
But of course, you sought an excuse to compensate us from the first, mindful of what would happen if Revenant's Toll were taken by your enemies. Ishgard is not wont to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude it from manipulating them to serve its own interests.
Choose your next words carefully.
Do you know what sort of man becomes Lord Commander of the Temple Knights? One who comes from good stock. I did not. Yet here I am now. Why do you suppose that is? Because I swiftly learned to tell the difference between words, deeds, and beliefs. You are correct, Master Leveilleur. Ishgard desires to see Revenant's Toll flourish, as it would present a troublesome obstacle to our enemies from the south.
We are so glad to be of use to you.
As we are to you. Ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement, lest we forget, one born of necessity. The dragons grow more restless by the day, and the heretics harry us nigh without cease. We have contended with such troubles for centuries, but there are limits to even our endurance. Yet as a pauper is loath to part with his meager possessions, the leaders of Ishgard are not wont to render up their trust to outsiders. But with perseverance on our part, they may yet be made to see the light. Nevertheless, one must take care when walking the road less traveled.
Wise words, Sir Emmerich. I shall make a point to remember them. I must apologize for my earlier outburst. I hope it will not sour our good relations.
Not at all. You but spoke from the heart. I trust you understand that at times my duties may prevent me from meeting with you.
I really like Sir Emmerich. He's clearly, like... He's doing his best to protect his country while thinning the lines of what their traditions allow.
On such occasions, my second in command will speak for me.
Lucia, at your service. Pray excuse our reticence. We are but wary of speaking too freely, lest our sentiments be made known to our enemies.
Gotta go now. Super busy day tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. See you later, Ray. Have a good rest of your day. Good luck with work tomorrow. Catch you later.
Know that the Lord Commander and I are of one mind. For the sake of Ishgard, and of Eorzea at large, I pray our peoples can put aside their differences. Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
Should aught befall one of our shipments, pray inform Lucia immediately. You may also relay to her any words you might have for me alone. Not being of Ishgardian birth, she owes no allegiance to any noble house, making her as near to incorruptible as one can find in my homeland. Suffice it to say, I trust her completely, and so may you. Which reminds me, Lord Orchefort, if you would be so kind?
Certainly.
In times such as these, trust is ever in short supply. Mayhap this will go some way to rectify the problem. The results of our investigation into the heretics' recent attacks, as well as our interrogation of the merchant you detained.
Sir Emmerich, I cannot thank you enough.
Think nothing of it. Ishgard may be many things, but it is no friend to Garlemald.
Did I not tell you to have faith, my friend?
Ishgard might be my favorite nation, low-key. I really, really, really like the politics of Ishgard. And a lot of the characters are just fantastic. It would seem we have much to discuss with our friends at the Rising Stones. If what you say is true, Isart's method of summoning Shiva defies all precedent and necessitates a complete reprisal of the primal threat and of our approach to combating it. Moreover, there are grave ramifications if words of the incident reaches Imperial ears. The Garlean Empire believes the primals are insufferable menace, that their mere existence is a threat to this very star. As such, they deem any action taken against the beast tribes to be justified by default. Imagine then if it became known that it was not only the beast tribes of Eorzea that might summon primals, but her civilized peoples as well. Any lingering objectifications to the Eorzean campaign would vanish overnight. Where before we had to contend with the single Imperial Legion, we could well find ourselves facing the combined might of all of Garlemald. But I speak unadvisedly. Come over, Osbear, we continue this conversation, and more Dona. Oh, where are you going? Tato!
Words cannot well express how glad I am to see you return to us hale and whole. Needless to say, I am most eager to hear your account of that which occurred in Kurthis, assuming you're ready to speak of it. Excellent. I shall summon the others at once.